YouTube world. It's very early in the morning and I'm going to crack on and get these paintings finished. What time is it? It is just after 6:15. Okay, part 2, dried results. This one's a bit of a mess. My nails are also a bit of a mess. And you can see little white pockets and there's lines everywhere in the background. And this, if you look at this in isolation, it's quite nice, but next to this one, this is where the butane gas leaked from my torch. This one's a lot nicer. So what I'm going to do, you know, a painting's not finished until you're all happy with it. And I certainly wouldn't feel comfortable selling these until I'm happy with them. So put this one to one side for a moment. This one, just check you're in frame. Yeah. What we've done. So this kind of chain pull, it's lost its shape a little bit. I'm going to carry on with this theme, but I'm going to start refining it a lot more and working on the chain pulls to really keep that definition. But obviously I need to cover all these, and I don't know if you can see. Can you see? Maybe not, because I've already traced over it. It reminds me like of a Chinese style water. You see lots of illustrations. And what I've done is I've got some background here. It's kind of geometric water shapes. I'm gonna trace over those to mark the back, and that's going to be a quick time lapse, and then I'm just going to make it up. No, I'm not going to make it up as I go along. I'm going to use a brush, and I'm going to use the background colour. One of the background colours, probably cadmium orange, to put these shapes in, so that it will cover, will help obscure these lines in these spots. Okay, time lapse. Okay, so it's now 10:05. Didn't take me that long to do, but I suddenly realised it wasn't going to work using paint and a brush, not precise enough. I still don't even know if it's going to work actually, but been to the shop, to the range, and I've got these metallic brush pens, brush tips. Bearing in mind that I want it to be very subtle. Let's see how subtle these will be. Nice colours. Don't think those would go. So let's see what this one's like. So metallic fine brush. Ooh. That to me looks about the right colour. Let's see, shall we? I want it to be really, really subtle. And I want to see where I've been. So I'm going to blend that white into this area. So I haven't quite figured out whether I'm going to colour some bits in or just leave all as outline. Could do a better light actually. So that did not work. If you look at the top, it's awful. It's just too busy. It just wasn't working. I wasn't happy. And then I had an idea. I thought, well, why don't I follow that kind of style with impasto painting with my brush? And impasto just really means that you're slapping the paint, well, not literally, but you are putting thick layers of paint on. And I'm using the brush in like a circular motion there, just to really follow the style of the painting. And I love it. It's added so much texture and so much depth to the painting. I will definitely be doing this again. But you've got to try these things. See, you know, I nearly gave up. Well, I did give up on the pattern, didn't I? But look how nice that does. And that will dry matte, whereas the centre will be shiny. So I'm very, very pleased with and I did it down the sides as well, you'll see in a sec. Very pleased. So with this one, there's just a tiny bit to do in the corners where I hadn't tilted the paint off the edge, and I think it's when you use a metallic kind of a colour for the background, it doesn't always dry well. So I just applied the same technique, but just to certain areas. Again, added depth, very pleased. So here I'm just very quickly, I don't want to bore you all, bringing out some of the whites, just very subtly, but I do get a little bit carried away and I probably do a little bit too much. It's me all over, I should know when to stop. Anyway, so just bringing out the white with some white paint, and it's here I probably go a little bit overboard. So yeah, there I go. Oh, out of focus. Gold leaf, as per my original reference. I'm going to add some gold leaf, you can just see on that card there, but I'm just going to be really subtle. This is what I use, this is the glue, this is metal leaf size. Had it a while, give it a good shake. Use a very fine pointed brush, and you don't need a lot. I'm just applying it just in the areas that I want to add the gold leaf. Now you have to let this dry a good 5 minutes, I'd say. When I say dry, I mean go off. Okay, so 2 brushes. These are makeup brushes, one very soft one. I don't know what that other brush is called, but it's a little bit harder. A lot harder. I've got some gold leaf that somebody gave me. It's very old gold leaf. I'm going to give this a go. It's not my usual one. And I must admit, this is a voiceover, I wish I'd never used it. But it seems easier to use than peeling off a piece of gold leaf and less messy. You just literally put that down over your glue and then peel it back. But it didn't work too well. So I don't know whether it was the glue, I don't know whether it was the age of the gold leaf. It just seemed to pick up the texture of the canvas. So I very quickly, I persevered for a little bit, but it just seems to be made up of dots if you were to look closer. So yeah, I very quickly swapped to my old gold leaf. So this is just a piece that I had left over. You have to be ever so careful. Use your soft brush. It's best to use fresh gold leaf as often as possible, because if you start to use the bits that you swipe away, you get like a burnished effect, like an old antique-y look, which is if that's what you're after, then it's great. And I'm trying to save every last bit I can, but sometimes you just can't. And with your firmer brush, it's quite resilient. Just brush away. Stick into my fingers, look. So the soft brush, you apply it over your size, and the firmer brush, you brush away. And it's that simple. And yes, it is very messy, and yes, I did have to get my hoover out. So dried results. Oh, look at that. Look how shiny the middle bit is. Just a tiny bit of gold leaf, and look at that impasto paint. It just adds another depth. So I'm so pleased with these paintings, and if you could see what's drying and what's coming up next, I'm ecstatic. Really, really excited about what's coming up next. So thanks for watching.